hold on to your hats. Premier League giants are locking horns in a blockbuster transfer race. Aston Villa and Newcastle United are reportedly battling it out for Inter Milan star forward Marcus Thuram. Will he make the move to England's top flight? But it's not all good news on Tyne side. Newcastle is facing yet another injury crisis as defender Sven Botman has undergone surgery. How will this impact the Magpies' season? And speaking of Newcastle, a defiant comment from winger Anthony Gordon after their derby defeat is causing a stir. Was it disrespectful? We've got the details. Plus, a crucial update on Sven Botman's injury and when he might return to the pitch. Don't go anywhere. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single update.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Aston Villa and Newcastle United are reportedly locked in a fierce battle for Inter Milan's prolific forward, Marcus Thuram, with both clubs exploring a potential summer transfer. This high-stakes pursuit comes as Thuram's future in Serie A begins to take shape ahead of the summer transfer window. The 28-year-old has been a consistent performer for Inter Milan, notching 7 goals and 3 assists in 22 league appearances, but his value extends far beyond mere statistics. His adaptability across the front line and his ability to link play have made him a coveted asset for teams seeking greater tactical flexibility. For Aston Villa, this interest signifies a clear ambition to cement their status as a top European contender. Recent seasons have highlighted the need for greater depth and physical presence in their attack, especially when juggling domestic and continental competitions. Thuram's profile, combining power, mobility, and high-level experience, could perfectly complement Villa's existing squad. Reports suggest that initial contact has already been made, indicating serious intent from the Midlands club. Villa reportedly see him as a player capable of immediately elevating their forward line and offering versatility across various attacking roles. Newcastle United's pursuit aligns with their established recruitment strategy, which prioritizes athletic and tactically intelligent players suited to their high-intensity style of play. Thuram's pressing ability and physical presence make him an ideal fit for Eddie Howe's system. Exploratory discussions have reportedly taken place, underscoring Newcastle's long-term vision for sustained competitiveness. However, negotiations are expected to be challenging. Thuram is valued at approximately €60 million, but Inter Milan is reportedly holding out for closer to €70 million. A release clause of around €85 million, set to activate in July, introduces an added layer of complexity, potentially accelerating proceedings for any club willing to meet it. Despite interest from Saudi Arabian clubs, Thuram is said to prioritize sporting ambition, making Premier League clubs even more attractive destinations. This situation presents a significant opportunity for both Aston Villa and Newcastle, but it will demand decisive action and financial commitment. Supporters of both clubs will be eager to see how this transfer saga unfolds. For Villa fans, Thuram represents the kind of signing that signals continued progress, adding crucial firepower to a team already competing at a high level. Newcastle supporters, while recognizing the financial implications, will expect their club to act decisively if they believe Thuram can significantly strengthen the squad. This transfer saga is heating up, but can either club secure their man? Next, we're diving into the injury woes plaguing Newcastle and a controversial statement that's got fans talking. Sven Botman of Newcastle United has undergone successful surgery for a facial fracture sustained during the recent defeat to Sunderland, with the club hopeful for his return in the closing weeks of the season. This latest setback adds to Newcastle's mounting injury concerns, with manager Eddie Howe already dealing with absences from key players like Bruno Guimaraes, Sandro Tonali, Fabian Schär, and Lewis Miley. The defender's injury occurred during a challenge with Sunderland striker Brian Brobby. A club statement confirmed the successful surgery and expressed optimism about Botman's recovery timeline, stating he is not expected to be sidelined for an extended period. This news will be a significant relief for Newcastle fans, who have seen Botman become a crucial part of their defense since his arrival from Lille in 2022. Despite his impact, Botman has unfortunately faced significant injury challenges during his time at St. James Park, including a lengthy spell out with a cruciate ligament injury. His recent contract extension until 2030 highlighted his importance and commitment to the club's future. The ongoing injury crisis at Newcastle has been a major talking point this season, impacting their consistency and performance across multiple competitions. With Botman now sidelined, Eddie Howe faces further selection dilemmas as the team navigates the remainder of the campaign. Botman's injury is a blow, but what else is causing tension on Tyne-Wear? Next, we're uncovering a controversial comment from a Newcastle winger that's igniting debate. Anthony Gordon's post-match comments following Newcastle's derby loss to Sunderland have ignited controversy, with some fans perceiving them as disrespectful towards their rivals. Gordon, who opened the scoring for Newcastle, expressed his disappointment with the team's performance, stating that Sunderland are not a very good team compared to the Magpies. He lamented the team's inability to close out the game after taking an early lead, highlighting recurring issues with second-half performances. The winger's remarks came after a dramatic Tyne-Wear derby where Sunderland fought back from a one-goal deficit to secure a shock victory at St. James Park. The result not only handed Newcastle a significant derby defeat, but also saw Sunderland leapfrog them in the Premier League standings. This loss capped off a torrid week for Newcastle, following their Champions League exit. Gordon's candid assessment, while perhaps intended to express frustration and a desire for higher standards, has been met with mixed reactions. While some supporters might appreciate his honesty and commitment to the club's ambitions, others have criticized the timing and tone of his comments, particularly given the sensitive nature of derby rivalries. Was Gordon's comment out of line, or just honest frustration? Stay with us for the latest on Newcastle's injury list and a key update on Sven Botman's recovery. Newcastle United defender Sven Botman has successfully undergone surgery for a facial fracture sustained in the recent match against Sunderland, with club officials expressing optimism about his return to action. The injury occurred during a second-half challenge with Sunderland striker Brian Brobby, leading to Botman's substitution and subsequent concussion protocol evaluation. A club statement confirmed the successful surgery and indicated that the Dutch defender is not expected to face an extended period on the sidelines, with hopes of him being available for the closing weeks of the season. Botman, who joined Newcastle in 2022, has been a pivotal figure in the team's defense, contributing to their Carabao Cup final appearances and Champions League campaigns. However, his tenure has been marred by significant injury setbacks, including a lengthy absence due to a cruciate ligament injury. Despite these challenges, Botman recently signed a new long-term contract, underscoring his commitment and the club's faith in his future contributions. His latest injury adds to a growing list of absentees for Newcastle manager Eddie Howe, who is currently without key players such as Bruno Guimaraes, hamstring and mumps, Sandro Tonali, Fabian Schär, and Lewis Miley. The team has also had to manage the delayed debut of summer signing Jon Wissa due to a posterior cruciate ligament injury. Botman's road to recovery begins, but what's next for Newcastle? We'll wrap up all the day's biggest football news right after this. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. We saw Aston Villa and Newcastle United in a fierce transfer race for Marcus Thuram. Newcastle's injury woes continued with Sven Botman undergoing facial surgery, while Anthony Gordon's post-match comments sparked controversy. Don't miss our next broadcast for more breaking news. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, drop a comment below, and follow us on all social media platforms for all the latest updates.